All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to week one of the CDC Victini Division Low Tier Draft League. We're having a little picnic with the boys. This is our team for week one. We got Big Foot Lettuce, the Rotom Bow. We got Slugma, the Rhydon. We got Taco Bell, the Bronzong. We got Chicken Jockey, the Cramorant. We got Flint and Steel, the Tauros plays. And we got Fish. I apologize for being unfunny, but that's the team we're running. Let's get into some of the EV spreads. And all the stats and such. Okay, so I totally didn't realize that I recorded this in two different sections. And I forgot to hit the record button when I started talking about my EV spreads. So, whoopsies. So, let's go and start talking about Chicken Jockey. Cramorant is Terra Steel this week in heavy duty boots. We've got a very wacky EV spread. We are Hasty Nature, so minus defense. Excuse me. And the idea is that this is like a bulky-ish, like general switch into a couple of things. Terra Steel helps with Gardevoir. Oh yeah, I'll put up Squeeze's team in post. I'll have a little like infographic or something. And but I will go and list off his mons because I don't think I did that before. He has Gardevoir, Blastoise, Indeedee, Grafaiai, Terra Flareon, Rotom Fan, Flamigo, Torterra, and Terra Sliggoo Hisui. Cramorant is gonna get to switch in on Gardevoir okay if it's not like a boosting item. It's going to get to switch in like on some Flareon sets, and is like a pseudo check to Torterra if it's not Rock Blast. If it's not Rock Blast and EQ. So it also is banned from clicking Shell Smash, so don't worry about that. It's just here to eat like a couple of hits, get Gold Missiles off. The reason we are both minus defense and invested in defense is it's the most efficient way to pretend like I'm a neutral nature. It's Cramorant needs all of its stats for this week. It wants to have Brave Bird and it wants to have Bulk. And because of the way like nature math works, subtracting the lowest stat makes them, and reinvesting in it is the most efficient thing to do. And it lives on 1 if it is max HP. It'll live Flamigo Brave Bird, Gardevoir Focus Blast, Gardevoir Modest Focus Blast, after Terra, and those are like the big two. If it can like have its Gold Missile off and then click Brave Bird, it should kill both of those things. It'll absolutely kill Flamigo, but the question is mostly like with Gardevoir. But I think if I'm at -1, if it's at -1, I get to kill it. Also, I totally have no idea how Gold Missile works with Substitute. We're gonna find out. But at the very least, it's gonna give me an opportunity to get a Roost off or something, or just like punish a switch out if he's scared of Cramorant on like a revenge kill or something. Yeah. Next up, we got Flint and Steel. The GOAT Tauros is choice banded and just clicks. There's really no switch into close combat and Flamelets. Blastoise and Rotom Fan make the best mid grounds for those. And Terra Fairy or like any other fighting resisting thing with Flash Fire is like on Flareon is the only thing that's going to hard check this. If it's like Terra Ghost would be the biggest concern. And perhaps I should have been Throat Chop instead of Rock Slide for that. But I only just thought about it, so whoopsies. It just clicks. It just clicks so hard. Very, very good in this matchup. Next up, we got Fish. Fish is just going to be Choice Scarfed. It's faster than almost everything on his team except Grafii, and just clicks Flip Turn. Comes in, clicks Flip Turn. The only switch in is Blastoise. And if I can rack that up with some Hazards damage or some just... I also do have Future Sight and Bronzong. Just anything to get chip on Blastoise. And also Blastoise is super abusable for me to switch into Rotom Fan. And that's pretty strong in this matchup. Rotom Fan is defensive as a check to Torterra, as well as like a decent check to Blastoise. It can be an emergency check to Flamigo. It's my best switch in, which is not particularly good. It can take any one hit from any set. If it's choice banded, it puts me into Citrus Berry. If they have rocks, it puts me into Citrus Berry. And I should live the next one. And I can always Volt Switch back out. Volt Switch should almost always get the kill after them going for Brave Bird or Close Combat. It clicking U-turn on me is a little dangerous. We're going to have to see how we play around that. We might have to start making sacks into Flamigo if it comes. It's really strong into me, but there's not a lot I can do about it. This is kind of my best thing without sacrificing HP on probably the most important defensive piece in this matchup, Bronzong. Max HP, max special defense, hard check to Gardevoir, except like choice spec Shadow Ball. It's so freaking bulky. It's so good. Protect, Heavy Slam, Psychic, Future Sight. I could arguably be Rocks instead of Future Sight or Psychic. But I do have Rocks on Rhydon. But this is like I'm gonna be bringing it in pretty constantly, and just getting Future Sights off is gonna help my offense, because that gives me a way of pressuring Blastoise and Flareon from consistently swapping in on Basculin and Tauros. It's just good mon. We're leftovers and Protect just to keep this thing as healthy as possible. There's an argument I should have been Chesto Resto, but I think I like this. Protect also lets me scout some choice items. If like Flamigo ever switches in on me for whatever reason, if Gardevoir is like specs in front of me, I can scout movesets and just see what I want to do from there while getting some recovery back, you know? Although if Flamigo's sitting in front of me, I'd probably just go for kill. I just need to kill that thing. We're also heat proof. This does two things, actually. It lets me abuse his psychic terrain, and it makes me a emergency check the Flareon. Which, now that I think about it, I'm really scared of Terra Ghost Flareon. Because Terra Ghost, Terra Blast is going to rock this. But it's okay. We'll figure that out. Last up, we got Rhydon. He's here to click rocks and counter. Max defense counter means that it should almost always, I believe, live a hit from Flamigo or from Flareon. So I apologize for my dog barking. She's a puppy. She's got a lot of energy. So it's going to soak up some hits and then hopefully just counter, kill it. Not have to deal with it anymore. I might just suicide lead this, frankly, depending on what his leads are. If we see like Torterra or Sliggoo, I probably lead it, click rocks, then switch. But like, I'm okay with sacking this for rocks. And I'm okay with like, if he decides to lead Flareon and just Terra it, I just try to counter it. This is like, counter on this is such a good just like blanket check to his whole squad. And anything that doesn't get countered gets blown up. This is also my check to Rotom Fan. Rotom Fan can't touch this thing besides burning it, and I don't care if I get burned because I have counter. And that's the actual check to the things that matter. I'm always okay with playing Rhydon super aggressively because playing some of these kinds of mons really aggressively and just letting them go down is a very big like mental hurdle for some people. And also, it makes me play a lot more comfortably to just be able to say, yeah, I'm okay with sacking this. Or I'm okay with like letting this get knocked off, playing very aggressive with it, doing anything that just lets me make progress by just letting a mon go down. Because everything that Rhydon is a check 2, it's a secondary check 2. Or it's like my second best thing besides Rotom Fan. But Rotom Fan gets answered by Rotom Mow. So I should be able to sack this at any given time. That is our team for week 1. We'll be back with the battle. Yeah. Yeesh. All right, we're here. We are ready for the battle. Let's take a look at what we got here. No Rotom Fan is pretty convenient for me. We send him the thing. It is Terra Ghost Flareon. He's also got Terra Electric Sliggoo. So I've got a pretty solid guess that this thing is going to be defensive. And given what I know, I'm just going to lead Rhydon, I think. Either that, or I decide to lead... It's either that or I decide to lead Basculin, just because it's the fastest thing I have. He does have access to Sliggoo as a decent switch into Basculin. How do I want to do this? We're going to lead Rhydon. Go with my gut. I didn't plan out a lead super hard, but I think this is my most comfortable one. Let's get into it. Yeah. I'm gonna stop myself because I cannot hear the game audio because I'm doing this through fucking OBS. Because I don't have a second monitor. So. I also don't have a trainer card yet. I need to fix that. That's my default one for the beginning of the game because I have not played with this. Bowser? That's Torterra. We're probably not faster than this. Ow. Alright, we're back. Running this back. It immediately disconnected us as soon as we loaded into the game, which is a great sign. Fantastic sign. We're leading off Rhydon. He's leading off Torterra, which is a little bad. I need to look back at what Torterra's speed stat is because I do not have any creep to be able to like outspeed or even speed tie that. Yeah, no, it's way faster than me. I think we're just gonna do the safe thing. And we're probably just gonna switch straight into Rotom. Yeah, it's gonna be a straight switch into Rotom, I think. I don't quite want to Wisp. But he is gonna go ahead and get Rocks up on me, it's gonna look like, I think. Which is okay. He could also just click Giga Drain, which is kind of what I want him to do. I want him to just click a grass move like Giga Drain or Wood Hammer. But I think given that a Terra Ghost Flareon, I don't want to risk Rhydon. So we're just going to go straight into Lettuce. We're going to make the safe play. This should have nothing at all to do to me. Yeah, it's just going to click Stealth Rocks. That's what I thought. We're going to have to come back for our rocks. The debate from him, I don't think he ever stays in unless he's Iron Defense. And if he Iron Defense is in front of a Rotom, why? Because I definitely am Wisp. I think he probably thinks I'm going to click Wisp or I'm going to Leaf Storm. So I think he's going to go straight into Flareon, and we're going to kind of read that. I'm just going to go straight for Volt Switch. He should have no reason to ever stay in here. Yeah, he does. Good. That should be Flareon. Pancake? That sounds Flareon as fuck. No, it's Sliggoo. Okay. So, you see a crit. It's fun. Okay, crit for 2%. I can switch to Rhydon, get my rocks up, but I don't think that does any. Like, that's good, but I think I'm just taking unnecessary chip. I think that is going to be a straight flint and steel angle for me. And we can go straight for a banded close combat. This thing's Terra Electric. I don't think he ever stays in. I don't think he wants to Terra this. And I think our position is too good not to just click CC. He could try and read, like, Flare Blitz, but I think I have no reason to ever click Flare Blitz. It is just going to be a CC for me. I think even if he goes, like, Gardevoir, I think this is going to do a crap load. This is going to do, like, a solid, like, 30-40% even on that double resist. Unless he's a very bulky Gardevoir, and I don't foresee that. He's either trying to hard read with Flareon, which is going to die. That is Gardevoir. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It is Trace, which yeah, okay, that makes sense. I did know about this interaction. I should have thought about it more. This does, yeah, that's still a good chunk. That's a little less than 25. It's like probably about 20%, give or take. Is that what I expect out of this? Into Gardevoir. You'll be Trace. I'm sitting at -1. I think that's that's kind of bulky, but it's not like more bulky than I expected it to be. We are just gonna make the safe play into Taco Bell. He could read this and go for Shadow Ball, but I don't care, frankly. He never stays in, you know? He never stays in on this, of fear of, like, a heavy slam. He's doubling. Good on you, okay. That's straight to Flareon, it seems. Yeah, it's straight to Flareon. That was a really good move. Okay. I am heat-proof. What can Flareon have as, like, setup into this? He could be trying to Wisp. He could try and Curse. Besides, like, Calm Mind, which I don't think. But, like, I could definitely see Calm Mind. We're just gonna go right on. It could still be Trailblaze, but without being Guts, because that's Flash Fire with that Terra Ghost. Without being Guts, and I'm fast. It's faster than me, so it should have switched out first if that's what it was gonna do. He might get a burn on me, and if he does, that's okay. We're just gonna get our rocks up and start pressuring this. Yeah, straight for the Terra Ghost. That's what I expect. So he can try and wall my Tauros. Yeah, the only thing I'm super scared of is if it's Calm Mind. And I don't think it would be. Yeah, it's Flame Charge. The gambler in me says click Trailblaze. Or to click counter. And I think I might do it. What is his reason to stay in? And how much do I take? I'm going to assume it's max attack, but it's only max attack. And it's Trailblaze into Rhydon? That does nothing. I can afford to click Stealth Rocks here, I think. I don't think he stays in. And if he does... Yeah, okay, good. I get my rocks up. Very good. He probably goes Blastoise here after. No, he goes Torterra. That's perfectly fine. I have my rocks now, which is the position I want to be in. What I want to do here, I can go for Chicken Jockey and like go for like Surf into Gulp Missile. He probably doubles. I kind of want to go Chicken Jockey. Yeah, I think he's going to double out here. And he might just double straight into Sliggoo. But I don't think he wants to lose his momentum. And if he does, that's fine. Like, if he goes for, like, Wood Hammer here, I'm okay with that. I should take it decently. Worry Seed. That does not affect that. Not how that works. His switch into this should always be Sliggoo. And to that end, I'm going to substitute. I just want chip on it. And I kind of want to see how Gulp Missile works with it, because again, I don't know. Yeah, we do see Sliggoo come out. We're going to get a sub off. We'll go ahead and click Surf just to get our Gulp Missile activated. And we're going to see if he can break it. He's probably Terra Electric Thunderbolt, to be frank. Because like that is what he is Terra Electric, so he's not the Terra Electric Terra Blast, but it's probably Thunderbolt. Because I think it has it. Yeah, it can just Thunderbolt. And that's what it's there to do. We're gonna Surf. We're gonna see how it works with Gulp Missile. I also don't know if it stores Gulp Missile if I switch. We're learning new things here today. We get a Surf off and activate Gulp Missile. If we can get Gulp Missile chip off, it's very big. But I also, again, I don't know if it's going to activate. Subs fades. And Gulp Missile does not activate. He's probably just going to T-Bolt again. That's the safe thing to do. It's that or he makes a double. Actually, his options, he can be Muddy Water. Can he be, like, does he have any grass moves? No. Well, he's got Absorb. That's not a real move. Okay. I want to just go right on here. I don't think he ever reads that. Right on will speed tie it, and I think it threatens it. Yeah. And I also think this counters for almost all of his doubles. We do see a Life Dew come out. We're just gonna Earthquake. That is... Yeah. We're just gonna Earthquake. There's not a lot to think about here. He can get significant damage on me. I don't care. If he goes into Flamigo, we get to counter him. And potentially... Yeah, that's a Flamigo. No, that's Blastoise. That's also fine. It's Boost. That's good, Chip. I like that. We do not keep our Gulp Missile. The play here, I think, is just to go straight for Rotom-Mow. I don't think it's worth trying to read super hard here. I like to keep it simple, and we'll make reads when we have to make reads. Yeah, we see it rapid spin. I could have gone for more chip, but I don't think that was ever worth. It is faster than me now, but I do have my citrus. And I'm gonna keep a buck with you. That Leaf Storm's looking tasty. It's that or I Volt Switch. But there's nothing that Torterra can ever do to me besides Worry Seed me. And what does that do? He Worry Seeds and then I just leave. So I think I Volt Switch because of Sliggoo. And if we can force this exchange to continue to happen, that's very good for me. Because he gets impatient and he goes Flamigo and I can counter. So long as it isn't choice banded. And if it's choice banded, we know instantly. Let me actually look at that count. Flamigo. Dude, this thing eats it so hard. Yeah, no, I consume that. We do see Bowser come out. I could have Leaf Stormed there. Dude, I'm Volt Switching again. Ah, okay. Good read, good read. Giga Drain? That's fine. That's a crit. So that kind of hurt. Does Sliggoo have Sap Sipper? It does. I didn't realize how walled I kind of am at this. I can preserve my citrus if I switch here. We're just going to mid-ground to a Wisp, I think. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go ahead and spend our Citrus Berry, get a Wisp off on this. It Earth Powers. Interesting. What are you... Just trying to read me to switch, I guess. It is special to avoid that Volt Switch. But I think that's better for me, no? Because that means that it's not really going to have any rock moves unless it's mixed, which it could be. It could absolutely be mixed. But I think the last move is Synthesis. And to that end, I think I'm just going to Leaf Storm. I don't care. He could just go Sliggoo here. He doesn't. I miss my Leaf Storm. He Worry Seeds. Dude, I still don't care. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. So it doesn't have Synthesis. Dude, I'm just going to get chip on this. I don't care. I'm faster and I have Pain Split. I really don't care. If he goes Sliggoo, that's fine. I should have Volt Switched. Because I think he goes Sliggoo here. I think that was the bait. Is that I go Sliggoo. Is that he wants to go Sliggoo on this. No, he just lets me get chip. Okay. Dude, that's so much damage. He's gonna get damage on me? Yeah, no, like, I think you predicted me to go Cramorant there. Again, I just haven't cared. We're kind of just playing this really weird mind game with each other. It's kind of funny. And I think... if there's a turn to get out, it's this one, but I don't think I want to. I think I Leaf Storm. Again, if you go Sliggoo, yeah, that's fine. I don't quite get the kill. Yeah, you Earth Power me. And that'll hurt a little bit, but, like, that's bulky. I don't think you preserve this either. I think there's no reason to do that. Unless... I guess he could try to preserve it. Because he doesn't know my fourth move. But... I'm not gonna lie, I kind of think that's Shell Armor on Sliggoo, but I'm not sure. He's also just, like, okay with getting chip. I'm gonna Leaf Storm one more time. Yeah, okay, he does switch now. And that's Leafeon. Or that's Flareon, not Leafeon. What am I saying? Dude, Pain Split would have gone crazy that turn. And I just go straight right on. Nothing to overplay here. This is also gonna tell me, like, if he switches, it tells me that which of us is faster. See the Pointed Stones, we see Scorching Sands. That does hurt. No burn is good. So he's mixed. Or no, he's probably just special attacking. That's the case. No, I'm just gonna Earthquake again. I guess there's an argument for Stone Edge. I actually think Stone Edge is better here, if I can land it. Because this would be the turn that he would go Flamigo, if he wanted to. Because, like, I'm in range. No, that's Torterra. That's fine. I do have to hit this, though. Yep. Very good. Get rid of Torterra. That opens up my Pain Split, my Volt Switch, which is good. But, like, right on Super League. Which is okay. That's not awful. My chair just broke. Whoopsies. We do see Blastoise come in. This doesn't have Scald this gen, right? No. There's a potential fairly safe play for me to just go Basculin. But we both just kind of mutually wall each other. I think I want to go to Cramorant and get a Roost off. It's probably an Ice Beam. If I, like, had to make a read on the attack. Yeah, we're gonna go Cramorant here. I think that's my safest play. Like, defensively, I think it covers for the most, like, switches. Yeah, we do see a flip turn. Is there anything Sliggoo can do to me after I Terra? Because I could just go ahead and blow my Terra here. I can blow my Terra if he goes Sliggoo and get a Surf off. That's going to get some pretty significant chip and drop his defense. Captain Falcon, that's Flamigo. Unfortunately, this position just necessitates me sacking. I don't see another out. The only thing I have is to read the attack. If he's going to close combat or CC. I suppose, do I need this alive? If it's choice banded, either kills. But if it's not choice banned, I always live close combat. And I'm fine with trading this 1-for-1. I'm also okay with using it to get a Basculin entrance. I think he's going to try to read my Terra. No, he U-turns. That's also good. This is going to do good damage to something. And depending on what he switches, I can use it for Roost. If he goes into Sliggoo, it is going to be time for me to Terra, I think. So I can get a Roost off. Yeah. I can probably use that. I didn't see how much damage it did. I think that's Choice Scarf. So I can Terra and Roost, I think, is probably my best move. Or I can Terra and Surf. That's a really aggressive play. But I actually think I like that, because that means I get a Gulp Missile off, and because I'm below 50%, I get the Pikachu one. Which should paralyze this. Yeah, I'm gonna Terra and Surf. This is really aggressive. But I should live any one hit, I think. I don't think Sliggoo is strong enough to kill me. I didn't run the calc, so I'm kind of just hoping, but I don't think T-Bolt kills me. Cramorant's got an okay special defense stat, and I am max HP. We do see Thunderbolt. Do I live? I do. Fantastic. I get to Gulp Missile, and that's great chip. And a Para. Which is great. And I get to Roost off here. I might actually be very close to a Basculin endgame. Because right now I'm faster than his entire team. Without Grafai, I'm always faster than his whole team. Which is good. And Wave Crash should 2-hit KO Blastoise from this range, unless he's like max special defense, or max Fizz Dap. We see Flareon come out. I get to Roost. That's a lot of HP back for me. I'm not going to risk trying to live any hit. I'm just going to use this to sack my Slugma, I think, is the most reasonable play here. I sack Slugma and get to bring in Basculin, kind of thing. I'm okay if I don't have rocks for the rest of this game. I think that's okay. If he does something, like, I think there is a way he can play this where he doesn't kill my Rhydon, and if that's true, I get another CC, or I get another EQ. Yeah, he Flame Charges. It just means he's faster, but he's not faster than Basculin. I'm gonna attempt another EQ. He's Scorching Sands, let's see if it kills. I live on 6. Gorgeous if I don't get burned. I do get burned. But it's okay. I'm still going to get chip on this. That's very good chip. That's incredible shit. Can I see the opponent's team? I don't think so. I'm just going to go Basculin. I don't think there's anything to think about. It's always Basculin here. This does reveal my choice Scarf, or just that I'm really greedy. Dude, I think Wave Crash just cleans. It's what I'm going to go for here. Like, I think he has to make a sack into this. Or think that he's faster, and he's not. Like, he definitely sees me as choice guard, for sure. Maybe I should have flipped. This should almost always kill. I'm, like, almost 100% confident. There's no way this lives. Yeah, I, like, Giga kill this. And I should 2 KO anything that could switch in. Unless Sliggy's just that guy? And it's possible. I don't believe it is, but it's possible. Yeah. That's probably a switch into Blastoise. No, that's a switch into... Yeah, no, that is Blastoise. Let's see how much this does. Dude, I think that kills. What punishments me if I don't kill? How much is damage to Blastoise? Wave Crash is 34 to 40. If it's not invested. I wish this was Showdown. If this was Showdown, I'd know what to click here. It's a big question of how bulky do I think this is. I think I'm just going to make the safe play and just go Rotom, I think. As much as I think this kills, I'm okay with losing Rotom. And Volt Switch is good momentum here. I might die, though. We'll see. It's a Dark Pulse. I live? Okay. You don't stay in. I'm pain splitting. Pain spitting. Yeah. Because I'm always faster, and I'm just going to get this as an opportunity for HP. Yeah, you go Sliggoo. And I can get some HP back here. That's really, really, really good. I always Volt Switch. What I Volt Switch into is going to be up for debate, but it's probably going to be my... what's it called? Tauros. I could also use it as a Cramorant entrance. But it's always a Volt Switch. It's at 84 HP. We know that for certain. 84, I guess maybe it could round. I have no idea how Pain Split rounding works, if it does at all. It should never round, though. It should always just set it to my HP stat. So, this is for sure always Life Dew. This is for sure always Life Dew. So, if you full para here, Tauros is checkmate for this Sliggoo. I think I'm going to go Tauros and I'm going to click Rock Slide. If he paras here, fantastic. I get to kill this. If he doesn't full para, it's a little whatever. No, you're just going for sack. Or just for chip. I'm not quite sure. But we're going to go for Rock Slide, because this should probably kill Flareon from this range. I really wish I was Throat Chop. But Choice Banded Rock Slide should do a lot. Almost kills. Yeah, we just go for it again. We are in great position here. The combination of Tauros and Basculin should be able to clean here. Sliggoo is in range. Flareon is basically dead. Sliggoo's basically dead. Blastoise can't take 2 wave crashes. At the next time I get in Basculin, I should just win. At the very least, force a sack. He should be required to go Gardevoir here. I think Gardevoir is the only thing that can get him out. Because like that can live after Intimidate this Rock Slide. Yeah, we do see Gardevoir come in. And like, there's a really good argument to just attack, but I'm not going to do it. I don't think there's a reason to. I think this is in such a good position that I don't care. Especially when I have Taco Bell here, who's going to be just reliably able to take any hit from this. It's at full HP, and he doesn't have anything in the back that can revenge it, also. Bronzong should be able to just either stall out the rest of this team, or just win. Like, it's either stalls out the rest of his team, or I get to just check this, force it to switch, and get an opportunity to come back later. Healing Wish. Okay. That's not great for me. Because he can use, like, what is he gonna bring back, though? I'd imagine Sliggoo or Blastoise? That's all, what does he have left? It's Sliggoo, Blastoise? Is that it? Flamigo. I don't care. I live anything from this, and you no longer have... This is no longer necessary. I go for Psychic here. I could try to Protect. It does just CC. That's Choice Band is shit. Oh my god. But no, I just go for kill on this. And that clears out like the only threat to my endgame. If we see Blastoise come out here, I max special defense. I don't think Dark Pulse kills me. Like after a Protect, I don't think Dark Pulse kills me. And I can go for Future Sight. No, we see Sliggoo go for its recovery. That makes sense. But this also can't kill me. He can't kill this Bronzong. And I can just go for Future Sight. Like, this is going to be extra chip. All he has left is Sliggoo and Blastoise. Which is frankly incredible for me. I basically just sack anything to get in Tauros and I win, I think. I think that should be a confirmed win if I can do that. I go for a protect here, just for that extra chip healing. But I do just sit on this. And we just get to sit here and rinse and repeat. I actually think he does about as much as I recover from leftovers every turn. I'm gonna Future Sight one more time. Then we're gonna go into Rotom and we're gonna Pain Split it, I think. And use Bronzong as a sack later. He could also just potentially kill me right now. But I am just gonna do this. Because, like, this might save me some differential, you know? He goes for Life Tooth, that's what I thought. That would have been so safe to get in, my guy. That's fine. I get the Pain Split here. If he goes Blastoise, like, I outspeed and I kill it. But this, I just get to heal up. And get him down, like, below a Life Dew level. He does have Ice Beam. But I can continue to make this play. Like, just keep him low, and if he just ice, like, I just don't ever care. What? It's Ice Beam, Life Dew. We're gonna get a Wisp off. Just for that extra chip. We do miss. It doesn't matter. We're kind of just gonna get into a position where he's forced to click Life Dew. And then use it as a Volt Switch opportunity to get in Tauros and just win the game. I'm playing it safe for differential here. It's not super important, frankly. We're just kind of wasting everybody's time. But I really don't know what this thing's stats are. Acid Spray. Okay. Then I will actually use this as a sack for Max 8. Like, I'm going to take as much of his HP as I can, sack it to Ice Beam, and then just win the game easily. You guys go for Life Dew. Good on you. But he has to Ice Beam to kill me. I'm just gonna Volt Switch. Like, I'm probably gonna just pull that trigger. This doesn't beat me even if, like, he reads this and he, like, Ice Beam kills me or something. If he, like, T-bolts me here. But, like, yeah, it just goes for Life Dew. Choice Band to close combat should pick out. Um, this should absolutely pick up and get 3 kills for Tauros. Even if it doesn't, I don't think T-Bolt kills me from this range. It could, but I don't think it does. Yeah, no, there it is. I guess after the -1, it probably would kill, but we are going to see 3 kills for Big Tauros. I love this guy. Flint and Steel. 3 kills, right? That's 3 kills? Yeah, because I killed Flareon with Rock Slide. And then 2 CCs. I definitely should have been keeping notes so that we could not have to rewatch a 47-minute recording to see who got kills where, but it's okay. I'm not super pressed about it. I'm glad with how I played that. I think I played that very well. And well played to Squeaks. Really good prep. I think the bulky prep was something I didn't consider till way too late. And I was super scared of some things that were like more aggressive than he played. And like, it definitely made this more comfortable. I think I had the better bulky matchup into his team because he spent so much. I would say that he spent too much time prepping defensively. That I would say no. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about his prep. I think it's good though. Definitely good. And definitely is how I would prep it. But luckily, I have a lot of good offensive tools, and so was able to put on that pressure for it. GD to Squeaks. I might see if he can pop into VC. We can talk a little bit. Kind of, we'll see. Big GG though. If we don't get a little conversation with him, then that'll be it. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Also subscribe. Whatever. Alright. I'm back. We got Squeaks. Got my goat. To talk about our teams a little bit. I'm not gonna do this every time, but Squeaks is like the exception here. I might.
Special.
Yes, should feel special. Our time as comrades, and now as enemies in week 1 of low tier. All right. Talk to me, dude. Give me the logic here. What are the thoughts?
Well, Blastoise, I really just needed to get rid of rocks whenever they came up so that I could switch in like Choice Band Flamigo. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I thought I'd be able to switch it in more often than I ended up getting to.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it had next to no switch-ins, but I also just didn't really get the chance to play with it as much as I wanted to. And then I threw it out on the Cramorant, hoping to like Beta Terra Steel. Like maybe I would click CC, which if I knew the spread on the Cramorant, I actually probably could have killed it with CC.
I did have that calc pulled up. I think you did kill it with CC. Let me double check. I was about like 50%. Yeah, CC did kill me from that range. But I said I was talking to myself that it was either you don't actually commit or your Choice Scarf.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I was more scared of Choice Scarf than Choice Band in that matchup. Flamigo was gonna rock my shit anyways. Choice Scarf just gave it the ability to actually function. Because I knew going in that every time Flamigo came in without reads, it got a kill. There was just nothing I could do about that. Rotom was my only real check to it. That's why I'm Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry is necessary for it to live 2 close combats if it's choice banded. And even then, it's incredibly tight, and I don't even think it does it after rocks.
Yeah,
but
that tracks.
I think it's like a roll after rocks. I'm pretty sure because it's like 60 to 70 or something. Let me double check. It's a shitload. Yeah, it's 61 to 72. If you're choice banded. Which I actually don't think I lived that after Citrus. Now that I do that actual math, but I didn't care.
And then, like, as soon as I saw the damage on my Blastoise, I was like, "Oh man, he's choice scarfed on the Basculin. I don't think I can beat that."
No, you can't. Masculine rocks are shit. Um,
That was why I, like, instead of killing the Tauros with Gardevoir, I just had the Healing Wish. I was like, "I know he's gonna probably swatch into Bronzong," and I brought the Mystical Fire, and I could hit it with that.
yeah,
Again, I didn't know if you were Heat Proof or Levitate. I kept, like, trying to figure it out, and I never did.
heat
But
proof.
I was like, I just have to click Healing Wish
Yeah,
because the only thing that can check this is Sliggoo.
yeah. I underrated how good Sliggoo was into my team. Very solid defensive type for me. Um, you did also send me Terra Grass in the pace, but it's you said Terra Electric in the battle.
Did I?
Uh,
Yeah, it's electric. I changed it. I didn't
yeah.
update that paste.
Um, and then what what's the thought with Yachi Worry Seed Torterra? I'm a little confused on the Worry Seed.
Oh, that was like, well, I wanted to see if Bronzong was Levitate or Heat Proof, so
Mm-hmm.
Worry Seed would show it, but also if it was Levitate, then I could hit it with Earth
Yeah,
Power.
I guess that makes
The
sense.
Yachi was for like Rhydon got super checked by this, except that Rhydon gets like a ton of ice moves, as
Yeah,
it turns out. So
yeah, it has
I
Ice
was like,
Punch.
well, I guess I better run Yachi.
Yeah, it has Ice Punch and Avalanche. Um,
I don't remember. I think when I checked, it had Ice Beam too.
yeah, it does also have Ice Beam, but Lamau. Um,
Yeah, I was about to say I figured it'd be one of those two and not Ice Beam, but just in case.
um, I'm surprised it's Mystical Fire, not Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball was the right play for Gardevoir because of Heat Proof. Um, and this is like the one case where like Rotom Mo and Bronzong having that overlap for Torterra was really good for me because it means I didn't have to run Levitate to check Torterra, which is really good for me. That's a really fast Torterra. What the hell? Are you like outspeeding like Adamant Rhydon or something? Or no, that's Jolly Rhydon, isn't it?
I think it was actually oh, what was it? Hang on, let me pull it up. I think I have it somewhere.
No, it outspeeds Jolly Rhydon at least. Um, I think that's I think that's the only thing it outspeeds is Jolly Rhydon. Which, to be fair, I run Jolly Rhydon sometimes. That's the thing I've done.
Oh no, it was for zero speed on Arbok.
Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. That makes sense. Um, Arbok definitely would have been fast if I brought it, but I don't think it was that good here. It was okay. Terra
I mean,
Steel.
yeah, I figured it would probably be better, but I still did it anyway, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think that being so fast on Torterra was the right call, but um, especially because like the raw stat didn't too matter too much. What you mm, excuse me, what the Torterra checked fundamentally didn't change with the stats, frankly. So I think this is fine. I'm like super shocked that it's not synthesis. Um, I would have always ran synthesis over Worry Seed here. The Worry Seed was decent tech. I definitely thought you brought it like in the game. When you Worry Seeded Cramorant, I was like, nope, that's not how that works. Um, but
Yeah, I think I said, "Man, I really hope this works out." And then instead of the like Bronzonger staying in with the Rotom and clicking Leaf Storm, you just went straight into Cramorant. And I was like, "Oh, well, that doesn't work."
um, also, I
Because
think
yeah,
it's
like I
really
can't trace it either.
yeah. What I think is especially funny is that both of our Terra captains have really whack ass EV spreads where we're minus defense and then invested to be back at the. I assume that's back to neutral because that's about what Cramorant takes to get back to neutral.
Yeah, it's actually like 1 or 2 points over neutral, but
Yeah, no,
yeah.
that's exactly my Cram's EV spread too. It's because it's our lowest stat, and that's just yeah. No, I'm 72. I'm 72 minus or 76 minus. Um, it's really funny that we're both doing that, but it makes a lot of sense for mixed attacking mons that want a little bit of defense. and um like can't afford to drop any other stat because we needed to be a little speedy. Um, although you're a lot more mixed attacking, is there a specific benchmark for that special attack investment?
Yeah, I think it was to guarantee 50% on no special defense or HP Tauros.
Okay, that tracks. Yeah. Um, by the way, I spent the entirety of prep going Terra Grass, Trailblaze, Flareon, and then like literally, I watched your team builder. I'm not gonna lie to you. You said defensive Flareon, and went, oh, yep, nope, that's it, it's running Flash Fire in a defensive Terra. Um, it was
Yeah,
something I
I did
thought
do that,
about.
didn't I?
Yeah, it was something I thought about, but was like, no, it's too good offensively into me to not be that. But again, as soon as you said it in your team overview, not team builder, team overview, or whatever, I knew that that's what you were thinking about. And initially, I was only thinking about Terra Fairy. I remembered Terra Ghost existed like 3 minutes before the match. And obviously, that's what came. Especially because Terra Blast meant that you could hit Heat Proof Bronzong, super effective always. Um,
Yeah, that was the whole point in running the Terror Blast was just so I could hit Heat Proof Bronzo.
yeah, which is a really good big round. Um, hmm. Clearing, I mean, it's interesting because you're never really clicking a physical move into Tauros. Was that just like an
Well,
oversight,
yeah,
or is
no,
that
it
just like a
was
planning for later?
no, it was if you brought Persian for
Oh
parting
yeah,
shots.
yeah. I forgot about that. That actually is a great. I totally forgot about Persian in this matchup. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't good for against you, and it like make any sense. But so I kind of just blanked that
Well,
on my mind.
it just like it stopped Psy spam.
Yeah,
Like if I had brought NDD, so I was like, well, I should probably just prep for it anyway.
that makes
And then
sense.
like, I mean, Arbok would also lower it, but yeah, either way.
I guess Arbok too. Yeah. Um, I definitely like Bronzong was. I super relied on Bronzong to just defensive, just say I can ignore side spam. I don't care. Um, which I'm glad I could feel comfortable doing that. Um,
I think that was also the reason I ran Mystical Fire over Shadow Ball was for Persian, maybe.
that makes sense, but I guess you would just Moonblast that generally speaking, but
Yeah, but I mean, like I was choice scarfed, so if it
yeah,
swapped in, I wouldn't
if you
have any
had
other
to.
option.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. I find it funny. There's one calc that like I have in here in my Cramorant that specifically checks like the default modest choice scarf Gardevoir that shows up in the calc. And you did in fact run that. It didn't matter because you weren't Focus Blast, but if you were Focus Blast and my Cramorant was at max HP, I always lived on one. Um,
That's
which is just
incredible.
kind of amusing. Um, I'm gonna be right back. So, all right. Any final thoughts on this matchup? Also like how you like do you think there was any like misplays that you made that like would have fixed the game had you been able to fix that or something?
Maybe not staying against the Rotom as long with the Torterra, maybe saved it, but it's a grass type that doesn't resist water, so it wouldn't help me against Basculin really.
Yeah.
So I don't know that anything would have really helped me.
Okay. I think I mostly agree. Like not to like be like cocky about it or anything, but I do think I almost always just won end games with my setup. Like I think I just had the matchup and the offensive prep to handle you, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think my team has the best matchup into yours, really.
Yeah. Um, that yeah, I would agree. I think I had I have the matchup here. Basculin Rex your shit. Tauros Rex your shit if you don't have Flareon. Um, Bronzong walls everything.
I was about to say Bronzong as a defensive check is it literally just takes everything.
Yeah. Like consuming a banded CC and then still having the HP to check the rest of your team is incredibly funny. Um, so
I almost wish I had just gone into Blastoise and hit it with the like Dark Pulse. I don't
mhm,
I don't know the calc on that. It
I don't know
it
either.
wasn't very. I think it would have killed from how low it was, but
You
then
were
I would have
modest, so I think so.
wasted. Then I would have wasted my Healing Wish by giving it to Blastoise because Blastoise couldn't really win the in game either.
Yeah, I suppose it never mattered. I don't think because I think Blastoise and Sliggoo were identically losing. Although honestly I think giving it to Blastoise was better because it at least saved you a differential because I could never switch safely into Blastoise. If you had Ice Beam, especially, which you didn't,
Well, I
but if
mean,
you
I
were,
didn't, but well,
it
so and I pulled up the calc after. I'm like so shocked that CC killed my Sliggoo. It does what 64.5% to 77.1. It must have been a pretty high roll.
whoa, dang, Tauros the goat because I actually probably died to T-Bolt from that range at -1, and that's with
Yeah,
choice band,
because
right?
that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. Yeah, that's what choice band.
Yeah,
I think.
like that just saves you a little bit of differential because like Basculin still like cleans up, but like that's really funny. Um,
Oh
had you
no, it was
lived
Scarf.
that,
Okay, okay. Now it's 97. Okay.
oh, okay. So yeah, the CC always killed.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
cool.
yeah, I was like, dude, I must be looking at something wrong. This is crazy. How did that even happen?
Yeah, no, dude, Tauros is the goat. I'm so glad I picked this thing up. I love this one so much. Um, Tauros Blaze is one of my favorite draft league mons of all time. Um, same
Well,
with
and
like
that's
a
another thing was
hmm?
like I could have maybe saved differential a couple of times if I had just made a couple of other moves, but it wouldn't have won me the game, so I didn't care.
Yeah. Like there was a certain point where you just had to play for differential. Like once I got Rock Slide, once I got um Tauros in on Flareon, or once I got Tauros in and clicked Rock Slide, it was reps. There was nothing you could do. You
Yeah,
had
I
to
didn't know if
have
you'd be
read that.
Rock Slide or EQ.
Mhm. Um, Frankly, what I should have been was Throat Chop, and I thought about it right before we started the match. Um, is
I
as soon as
also
I had
considered that.
yeah, like I as soon as I genned my team and I was like right about to record my team builder, I went shit. I should have been Throat Chop because he's gonna run Terra Ghost into me. Um, but unfortunately, I did not. It's minor adjustments. Like I was Rock Slide so I could hit Rotom, but like Throat Chop beats up your team. So I should have done that.
I thought about running Rotom over Torterra for a little bit, but
Mhm.
I mean, both of them still didn't do very well into your Rotom, depending on the set.
Yeah, I always won the Rotom War, and Rotom Fan would have just given me entry to set up rocks. Frankly, I was perfectly okay with getting whisked at any point in that match because my answer to like a Rhydon consumed any physical hit, and even if you were choice banded on a Flamigo, which you were, I just counter it and you die. And I take like 50 max.
Yeah, I mean that
Um,
was one part of making Torterra special instead of
yeah,
physical was that I knew I couldn't really do anything to. I mean, I could with the grass type move, I guess, but obviously it wasn't gonna stay in on that.
yeah, for sure. Um, And also, I was almost Rindoberry, but then I was running Calix and just max defense Eviolite covered for Terra Blast, or for Terra Grass Trailblaze, and for Choice Banded CC. So I went with Eviolite instead.
Yeah. I mean, and then like if I just ran an EQ, it wouldn't have done anywhere near as much as Earth Power.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Yeah, I just really enjoyed the back and forth of the volt switch on
Mm-hmm.
Torterra.
Oh yeah. The
It was what
Torterra Rotom like
yeah,
dick measuring
volt
contest was
switch
such a
and
peak
then
part of that.
Giga Drain does nothing and then volt switch again and then I went for Earth Power and then
No, it was very fucking funny. Um, I was frankly just waiting for a point where I could pain split. The annoying thing about running citrus is it interacts with pain split in funny ways. Um, so I was waiting for you
yeah,
to
that's fair.
either I was either waiting for me to win a 50-50 where I could switch into anything, or um wait till you proc my citrus. Um so and yeah. Also, wait, were you Sap Sipper on
Yeah, I
your
was. As
Sliggoo?
soon as you
Okay.
got like the first damage that was done in the whole game was you volt switching on Sliggoo and instantly was a critical hit and I was like, "Well, he knows I'm not shell armor."
Oh, I forgot about that, but yeah, no, I guess that did reveal, as I definitely thought about it, that you could have been shell armor, but like Sap Sipper does make more sense. Not a super big deal.
I don't think it mattered that much either way, yeah.
Yeah, because what I do 3% or I do 0% and an attack raise for no physical moves.
Right. Yeah. It didn't really matter, but that was just so funny to me that like it was like the second turn of the game. Instantly, it's like, well, he knows that.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. It was a really fun battle. Um. Like really fun battle. I'm personally happy with how I played it. Evidently, I won, so like I guess I should be. But
And
um.
I was laughing the whole time. I was like, well, at a certain point, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, for sure. Super excited to watch your side of it. Yeah. Also glad like it's a little sad to like take out a homie on round one, or not like take out, but like have one of us has to lose this game, and that that's sad. But like also it's fun to have like my first Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle against a friend, So
Yeah, that's fair. I
um
mean, it could have been worse where it's like if it was the last match of the season and like one of our playoffs depended on who won that, that would be so much
yeah,
worse.
that would have been really heartbreaking. But luckily, I think we both have good teams. And I think we can both make it pretty far in this. So it
I mean, yeah, as
won't
long
come
as
down
there's
to
no
that.
Bronzong, I think my team's pretty
Yeah,
good.
as long as I don't hand out bronze songs to just fuck you over, we're good. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. All right. Go ahead and
I
stop recording here. I think. Um,
all right,
GG dog. Really good match.
GG. Yeah.
Um, yeah. Catch everybody later.